everybody doing all right? Well, good, good. So, from Quixel, which is in fab.com, if you claimed your free assets before the expiration to claim them, you would have been given all these assets. And, you know, I, uh, I downloaded some 3D models of some plants, and somewhere in here, they're there. Yeah, one of these. I think it's something similar to that one. There, I think that's it. So I downloaded that, and it comes in a zip file. I got the high quality. There's a higher quality, but I didn't. I don't think we need that. So inside the downloads folder, I have to unzip it, and inside of there, then you'll get all the textures and all the LOD levels. The lower the number, the higher the detail. And it looks like each one of these plants, there's probably like 5 or 6 of them. They all come with different levels of LODs for levels of detail. And they even come with the billboard uh, textures if you just want to do billboards, for like the game's grass and stuff. Which I'm not sure what you're in the need for. I guess I could talk about both, but we'll see how long this takes first to do the first one. So we need to import that FBX into Blender, and we need to make sure a few things first. So import in the FBX from the extracted zip file, and we'll just pick the top one here. Alright, and if you turn on the texture, you're probably not going to see anything. So what I've been doing is just delete the texture that comes on it and make a new one. And I'll just assign just the base color to it. No need to put all the other stuff in it, because it won't matter. So just the diffuse, or base color if you see base color. Sometimes the diffuse can be called, damn it. I want to say ambionic, yeah, but that ain't it. I can't think of the name right now. So anyway, that's that. We're going to import in a few of them, because that looks pretty weak by itself there. How many polys is that? 295, believe it or not, for that. It's crazy, ain't it? What I'll do is import in a few of them then and put them all together. And I probably won't do this, use their LOD management, since I'm going to combine a bunch of these together and get a little tricky using theirs. So I'm going to join them as one object. Oh, import FBX. Alright, let's get that one, let's get that one, and I guess a few more. Now since I've already did the texture for that other one, all I should have to do now is just change it. Them don't look too... Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about it. There's an opacity map that has to be added to it that's not in it now. And it won't do any good to put it in here, but it will let you see at least better what the thing looks like. Just anything you do beyond the base map ain't going into Beam. It's just going to be something you do for yourself in here. Beam will only read that base texture for some reason. So we got to find the opacity map, which should be called opacity, and connect that to the normals. I'm not the normals, I'm sorry, the alpha. And then it'll make these correct for the most part. They still don't look right, do they? They're probably not going to look right The way their alpha probably is doing, it's doing a math thing where it's like kind of like a add and subtract, or I forgot exactly how it was. They got it laid out in a way that it tells it not to be too invisible, but yet still be invisible. Now I don't even remember what I saw. It was a converter, a math converter, and I think it was something like which one was it? Oh man, I don't remember. I don't remember. Sorry. Well, oh well. Not gonna worry about that. I could figure it out, but I don't want to spend time on that right now. I want to get some with the flowers on it. Skip to that one. I still don't see none. There we go. Now let me get rid of some of these. We don't need all of them. You know what? We'll just use that one. Since it's got both in there, we'll just use it. Now picking this thing to show this type of thing here, you can go to uh, vertex paint, but these are already vertex painted, so you don't have to do it. But vertex painting is how you make them affect with the wind in the game. So we're just going to rename this purple plant and then put an underscore and put the letter A and the size that you want this to be before it swaps to the next LOD. So how many pixels big on the screen? I'm just going to put 300, and now I'm going to import in the other one. That's the low poly. For that same one. Oh damn, that is kind of low, ain't it? Yeah, that is kind of low. I guess that one's the billboard. It's got to be, yeah, it's the billboard. Yeah. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. We'll just make sure we can see it in a couple different views. And we'll join those two together. I'm going to rename the texture to something other than that. And rename this one to LOD to be underscore or purple plant underscore. This probably should be 50. Like it's got to be only 50 pixels, size of 50 pixels to see it. and then have one more lot for the next level up. I wasn't going to do this originally. I was not going to fool with all these, but I probably will, guess. Go ahead and do it. So this one will be LOD underscore A. 150. Now we need to add empty plane axes. We need 2 of them. And one needs to be called base 00 and the other needs to be called start 01. If you want it to have a collision mesh, which I guess I could make it have it, I'm going to just tell it to use this one for the collision mesh, so I'll duplicate that one. COLMESH-1. Now, picking all these, we're going to put them all into start 01. Now we're going to hold shift and we're going to slide this into base 00. It's just like moving something on the desktop, moving an icon, but you're holding shift. So you put all those into start and start into base. And apply all your transforms and export it as a DAE into your game in its own folder. So in the level that I want it to send, I think I already got one in here for these. Let me see. Oh, I guess not. Grass 6. So make a new folder. Grass 6. Or better yet, now we load the level. And we gotta open up our forest thing. So in here I have a saved bush that uses the forest wind emitter, and those values I'm going to apply to the new one, because I can't make wind very well. I tried to make my own stuff blow in the wind using my own values, and they never turn out right. So this is another one that was done from there. The sticks, them weeds, whatever they are. I think they look alright myself. I'm not crazy about these because of the aliasing, but the others I like. So we'll make another one. So we'll go to Forest Tools, and in here just make you a new brush. I got all these already in here, but I'll make a new one this time. New brush element. Name it and press enter. And then once you press enter, select it and press add element, and then you can name the element. Press enter and then go to meshes and say new mesh, and then you're going to pick the mesh that you just saved as a DAE. You should see in the inspector window it pop up. Now what you're going to do is change this wind to the other variables that I got here. Different settings for that. So it's 0.5. I'm gonna make it 0.2 so I can, or 0.3 so I can put them a little closer if I want to. 4, 20, 0.4, 0.004, 0, 0.004. Let me start and go down the bottom. I got myself off track. 0.10, 0.04. Now, I should be able to just paint with them, and they should pop up. But I forgot something. In the element for the brush we made, we got to assign the forced item, the mesh we just created. Now we can paint with it. Damn, that's awfully small, ain't it? So in the element, you can assign the different sizes. So scale minimum, the scale minimum and the maximum, you can make it so that when you make it, they're already bigger. Alright, we'll finish the texture. Right now it's not too pretty. So this is whatever I named it. Was it green or purple? Purple plant. Purple clover. Alright, you can open the asset browser to make this quicker. Oh, damn. I'm not going to assign any textures until I put the textures in there. Only one that got put in there is the base color, so where do you get the others? I'll just grab them all and put them in there with that model. If you ever wonder why any of these are red, because grayscale shows up red. True grayscale. Alright, so I gotta refresh. There we go. So, if we do PBR, we'll drag the normal to the normal. I think the glossy can go into metallic. Bump map can go usually into base color detail, but I want to wait till the last to do that since, yeah, let's wait for that for a minute. Roughness goes to roughness. Ambient occlusion goes to ambient occlusion. There's no ambient occlusion. Oh, there it is, the top. Advanced. Let's see, opacity map. You can adjust the roughness depending on how shiny or not shiny you want it to be. And you got to enable the alpha clip in advanced for the opacity to work. And then you got yourself a new plant. It doesn't look like it's really moving a whole lot in the wind. I can't tell that it's moving at all. You always want to make sure your game's not paused when you're trying to animate something. I can't tell you how many times I sit there try to figure out why something wasn't working and realized the game was paused. Damn. It happens. Let me increase the wind, see if it is just very weak. Man, them things ain't blowing, are they? They sure ain't. I don't know why. I'm gonna save it and just reload it. Cause sometimes that fixes things with this game. Sometimes things will work and you don't see it until you reload it. Nah, them things ain't moving. I'll just do it my damn self. Just a high level model. So in here, the high detail one, I'm going to go to that mode and tell it to be vertex painted. I'm not sure why the hell that didn't work, but the very bottom layer will make solid black. Black doesn't move. You can make it a dark red too, but red simulates like a tree trunk bending. It's hard to get all these damn things. See, it doesn't want to get all of it really well. That's good enough. Now make the top red. And the colors blue and green simulate leaves and small limbs. So make the top blue. Some blue. Some green. And we'll blur it all together a little bit. Now I'll re-export it. Now it should work. Should work. Huh. You know what? Wind scale set to 0. If the wind scale's at 0, it's not going to do anything. But it's not doing anything anyway. I don't know how I did that. Yeah, see now they're working. So you don't want to put the wind scale that high. So instead of 4.8, like 0.5. It takes it a bit to usually calm down, but also I got the wind up really high, well beyond what it normally is. Put that more at a reasonable level. Make sure, did I get that right? It didn't even save my settings, that's why. No, I'm looking at the wrong thing. God damn it. Yeah, it did save them, but what the hell did I do? I must have missed something. 0.4.04. 0.40. Yeah, that was one I missed. I put that at 0. And that one's 0. 0.1 and 1. I know I got damn reloaded again. Because it doesn't always show you correctly the wind differences after you make changes. I found that out the hard way. After spending all day trying to figure out why I couldn't get it looking right. It just needed to be reloaded. So now they're moving like they should, just a little. And that's what the whole tutorial was for, to show you how to do that. Sorry it took so long, but that was pretty much it. Now, if you might have noticed as we got far away, you saw the other things, the billboards turning black. That's because we didn't do those yet. Remember I used the billboard for the far away model? So if we go into the one for that one, and we finish its stuff by putting its normal mapping and its opacity mapping and all that stuff in there. Oh, it just doesn't have as much. Not overlay, damn it. Opacity. And it's got a translucency one too. I'm not sure where that one would go. Turn on alpha clip. Now they look correct. Can't really see them though, because they're so far away, but it's better than the way it was with the black anyway. So we got us some new flowers. These were done too with the forest emitter to make them blow like that. Kind of simulate like stuff in the water. Oh, and this is the latest texture I tried to make. So like on a grader, oh yeah, that's my pothole I was working on. For, like the earthquake, like the ground splits open kind of thing. I was going to try to make a mod of an earthquake again. I made one a while back, but I didn't care for it. It needs to be much better. So I made this texture thinking maybe it would look correct for when the ground does open up. I'll probably end up having to use a model, but I thought, well, you know what, I'll try to make a terrain paint anyway and see how it comes out. But like if you could imagine that being the other side of the ground where it's ripped open. They really got to fix this. That's unusable. Man, that's blurry as hell, ain't it? Yeah, the only place I really tested that was like where it's far away from the camera. And even far away it don't look right. It looks green for some reason. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Well, what's going on now? There's no telling with this game. Could be many things going on. But anyway, that's it for this one, y'all.